Welcome everyone, my name is Mustafa, otherwise known as Chris, and welcome to War Thunder. Now I'm really excited to show you this clip. I did really well in this game, and I actually did really well in the game before that and the game before that, but this game was exceptionally well compared to those. Now I actually achieve a award, as you can see in the title, called Fighter's Nightmare. Now what this means is that you get more than 10 kills, like air target kills, not just ground targets and air targets. You kill 10 enemy players, unless you're in historical battles obviously, then you could have AI, but anyway, in this game there is no AI, so it was absolutely epic, and I couldn't believe I managed to achieve that many kills. Never done it before. Hopefully I'll do it again. Now as you can see, I'm using Russian aircraft. Now I haven't actually used Russian aircraft before. I generally just use the Japanese ones, mainly because the Japanese aircraft for me, I started off with the Russian by accident. I didn't realise I was using them, so I used them for about 2 games, and I went on to the Brits and the Americans and then the Japanese. And as most of you have been following my War Thunder videos know, I was using the Japanese for a long time. But yeah, yesterday not yesterday, so the day before, I kind of got a little bit, not bored, but I just wanted to mix it up a bit, and I started playing as the Russians. And before you know it, I'm in love with the Russians. Their aircraft is so good, and I'm not saying Japanese aircraft aren't good at all, because Japanese, they will outturn anything in the game, but the Russians, their turn time is a little bit more. It's not as great as Japanese, nowhere near, but it's still pretty good, or at least in the planes I've used, which are mainly biplanes anyway. I've had a couple of single-winged fighters, you'll see one of them in this video, but anyway, the turn time on them isn't crap in any way, and you can still outturn a lot of the other aircraft. And the weaponry on the Russians, or at least the aircraft I've used, is amazing. You get like 2, maybe 4, only 7.7mm machine guns, but they don't fire slowly, they fire really quick, like and that sounded nothing like a machine gun, but whatever. You'll see them throughout the video anyway. But yeah, as long as you can keep your crosshair on the little circle on which to aim at for like a second or 2, the enemy aircraft is probably going to go down like really easily. And for this reason, you could just use the Russians really easily. So if you just start in this game, Russian aircraft may be a good place for you to start at. It's really up to you, but you have like this. I'm not sure if they're overpowered as such. I don't think they are, but they definitely have quite a big advantage over quite a lot of the other aircraft at the early ranks. I'm not sure what that will pan out like later. Obviously, I'm gonna go over this in my overview of the Russian Air Force, but I need to level up a bit further. But yeah, they're just immense. I couldn't believe how good they were, and I remember having a lot of fun when I first started the game. And I kind of went away from them now, come back to them. I just the love is back again. I really love their aircraft. Even though I've in the past said to my friends I really hate lags and yaks, which are the main aircraft by the Russians, but it's mainly because I get killed by them quite a lot. But yeah, so speaking of new players, I actually want to just go over a few things you're probably going to experience in the game. They're not like, I'm not going to go over some really stupid things, just some things that you're going to experience, or at least I think you'll experience. This is completely opinion based, so I have no idea what you're going to experience, but it is probably going to be the same as what I experienced, simply because I experience it very consistently, and so have people I've played with experienced similar things. So just take it. That I just went really high pitched. Just take it on just take it with a pinch of salt, because it may not be exactly what you experience, but it's definitely along the lines of it, I suppose. So first of all, the learning of this game takes about an hour or 2. Don't get frustrated with it. In fact, if anything, you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. That's what I experienced anyway. I started off with the Russian aircraft, as you know, and then I branched off to like the Brits, then the Americans, and then the Japanese. But yeah, you'll have a lot of fun. You don't know what's going on. You don't know the maps. You don't know what the enemy aircraft are like. You have no idea how everything works, and that's the fun of it. You're learning. And you're probably going to get killed a few times. You're not going to get that many kills, or you might do. I don't know. It depends if you've played a game like this before. I personally haven't. I've played like dog fighting games like Hawks, and trying to think of another game I've played. Ace Combat. I've played all of the Ace Combats from like 2000 all the way through to the latest one, Assault Horizon. But they're nothing like this. They're like modern jets, and these are like old ones. So I mean, these are like old propeller planes. So it's a little bit. It plays a little bit differently. But when I first got into this, the first match, was really fun. So it was the second one. So it was the third one. I was getting my friend to download it. He played it. Wasn't really a fan, but most people are fans, and that's the fact of the matter. So you'll probably enjoy it a lot, and it takes about an hour or 2 to learn, and what you're going to be learning is just where to shoot. Obviously it tells you where to shoot, but you need to be able to get your aim on that. You might adjust the sensitivity levels a little bit. You may change some of the controls. I did, I didn't hate the controls, but there were a few buttons I just wanted to move around a little bit. And yeah, it's going to take you about an hour or two to learn, so, you know, it's not frustrating in the slightest. You'll start to branch from, you know, you might start off with taking out ground targets, because you can, and then you're going to move on to, like, slowly but surely into the air targets. I don't know, it really depends on what kind of player you are. But I like to earn XP so I can level up and get better planes, and then probably play a little bit better because I get a bit more practice. It really depends. So you're going to meet a lot of new people, or at least this is what I've experienced again. Now this kind of depends on how well you put yourself out there, because there is a chat in the menu in which you can go on. It's called Looking for Squad. Now the more you post on this, the more you're going to like make squads or be in other people's squads, and what you're going to experience from that is you're going to meet a lot of new people. You're going to have friends on the game who you've never met in real life, but you know you have a lot of fun playing with. And this is one of those games, like, it's a very social game, and especially when you're in squads and stuff, you know, you're helping each other out. You're like, someone on my ass, and they're like, alright, yeah, I'll help you out. Especially if you've got a TeamSpeak server, or you're in a TeamSpeak server, sorry, or you've got Skype or something along those lines, maybe even Steam chat, but I wouldn't really recommend that. But yeah, it is really, really fun, and I you know, especially when you're playing with friends, because I don't know what it is about it. Even if you don't know the people, it is still hilariously fun. I actually have a video on this. I'm not going to link it at the end of this. I'll put it in the description instead. Me and this guy called Marcus, never met the guy in real life, and we had a massive laugh. I mean, it'll probably come across a little bit in the video, I'm not really sure, but yeah, we played for about 3-4 hours, and there were so many laughs on the way and stuff, and I didn't even know the guy, and that was what made this game, well, for me anyway, really fun. It was really fun by myself, but once you experience what it's like to be in a squad, you realise it's even more fun. So that is definitely something you want to do, and probably something that will happen anyway, probably naturally. Now the visuals of this game, and this is kind of one of those obvious dumb things that I said I wouldn't mention, but I'm going to mention anyway, because you're probably going to notice, but it really depends on your PC. Now I've played this on low, it still looks fantastic. It doesn't look as good as it does on high, which is obvious. I haven't actually played this on maximum before because I can't. But well, I can, but not with good frames per second, and that's kind of the issue. You have to have good frames per second to play like games in general. But yeah, you know, the visuals of the environment are fantastic. Like every shrub, tree, bit of grass, it's all there. You've got the shading effects all over the place. The sun really affects the lighting and stuff. Every map looks different, which is great. The aircraft themselves, you know, the damage models are fantastic. The propellers look like real enough. The cockpit view, you know, if you're facing the sun, you actually see like the little cracks or like the scratches in the glass and stuff. Absolutely amazing. And you know, you're gonna play this game experiencing that even on medium settings. I play it on high, which is, you know, you got medium, I think it's something else, and then high, I'm not really sure, but you know, there's really good settings, and if you want and you don't want to play it on like any of the preset ones, you can just customize the what's high, what's low on your settings just to match it to your computer. I mean, this is something I have to do with Arma 3, but obviously this isn't the same game, so I'm not going to talk about that until later, maybe. So now there's two things I have to go over, because they're kind of annoying things that you're going to find annoying, other people are going to find annoying, and some people are just trolls and they find it hilarious. So, ramming. You've probably heard of it before if you've played the game. Even if you haven't played the game, you've still probably heard of it before. So, let me define a ram for you. It sounds pretty obvious, but the majority of players I come across don't understand what a ram is. So, a ram is when you purposely throw your aircraft into theirs, causing them damage or killing them in the process. And that's a ram. But, what isn't a ram is when, for example, you're going head-on against each other, so you're both aiming at each other on a collision course, essentially. If you kill them and they crash into you, it's not a ram, they have no control of their aircraft. And that's the same if they kill you and you crash into them. If they accuse you of being a ram, or you say, well, you should dodge my wreckage. Simple as that. Because that is the case, you know. They crashed into you, well, at least what was left of your plane, because you're not alive. When you're not alive, you can't control your aircraft anymore, so if someone accuses you of being a rammer for that, they're wrong. Simple as that. You know, they're not. You didn't ram them. They crashed into your wreckage because you're dead. You have no control over your aircraft at that point. Now, another form of ram, and this is kind of a team ram. You know, it's not something you really mean on purpose. It just happens sometimes. For example, the game I played after this match you're seeing, I was chasing a bomber. Now, my fighter was significantly faster than the bomber, so I had to go quite slow. And what happened was, when I slowed down, an enemy fighter came into my horizon. It just flew straight past me and almost hit me. But then a friendly, who was tailing it like really close, crashed into me. Now, I just said, good job. I didn't mean it. I meant it in a very sarcastic manner. I think he took it in the wrong way, and I probably shouldn't have put the message in the chat anyway. But yeah, he sent back saying you crashed into me, and I said, well, no, because you crashed inside of my plane. And we got into this little argument. It kind of made me think, well, this happens a lot. I don't always provoke it by putting like good job in the title in chat or anything, but what it made me think about was it was actually both our faults, because you know we both didn't really look at anything but the plane we were chasing, and that meant, look, this guy I kind of dodged, but you know we weren't concentrating on anything around us besides the plane we were chasing. So I basically said that, you know, sorry dude, you know, it was both our faults if you think about it, and he wouldn't take it, so that kind of annoyed me. But it was, you know, he crashed into the side of my aircraft. I probably should have concentrated to move out of the way. You know, you should really look around you. Now that's going to happen from time to time. It's not the first time it's happened to me. And some people are really cool about it, you know, like, oh sorry dude, I didn't mean to, and you just go, yeah, it's alright, don't worry about it. And that's just how it works out. But sometimes people are going to be like dicks about it, and you know, just don't take it to heart. And that's pretty much the way to go about it, but it will happen from time to time. Now the other annoying thing in this game is kill stealing. Now this is going to happen occasionally, probably not like every single game. The ramming thing will happen pretty much every single game, not the team. You know, just a certain type of ram will happen in a game, and there will be someone getting accused of being a rammer, I can guarantee that. But there's another thing called kill stealing. Now this is in it like every game known to man. But usually, I mean, like in most games, it doesn't matter too much because it doesn't take that many. Like in Call of Duty, for example, it takes like 4 or 5 bullets to kill someone. So if you get the last bullet in there, you know, there's always someone close by the kill, so it doesn't really matter. But in this, you're limited to 4 aircraft or 3. It depends really how many you've bought. You can buy more than that. You can have 5 and 6, but you know, I have 4, and the majority of people have 4 because they're like very cheap to buy. You don't have to use real life money. You can buy a 5th crew member without using real life money. It's 50,000 lions, which is quite a lot. You know, you want to be spending that on aircraft, really. That's why a lot of people don't do that. But yeah, the problem is in this, it's like it takes a lot of bullets to take an aircraft down, or at least some aircraft. Some of them go down like within seconds of you shooting at them, and some, like especially bombers, they take a lot longer. Now the thing is, like Call of Duty, is whoever gets the last bullet is the person who killed the aircraft. So if you're shooting at an aircraft for like 2 minutes straight, and then someone just flies in, pulls a trigger, steals the kill essentially, that's really annoying, and that's going to happen quite a lot. So, you know, they're probably going to moan at you if you do it to them, and chances are you might get really angry if you've been shooting at someone for ages, especially in historical and full real battles when you have to spend so long trying to get your aiming right. Someone just goes, kills the aircraft for you. It's a pain in the ass because that was your kill. Now I think eventually I might implement a model where it's the majority damage. Like if you cause 70% of the damage or more, it's your kill guaranteed, no matter who shoots it after that point. And I think that's how it should work, because this game does require a lot of effort to kill aircraft. And this is an example of one of those head-on things. You know, he killed me and then I accidentally crashed into him. That's a brilliant example. It doesn't get much clearer than that. So yeah, that's pretty much what you're gonna probably should expect in this game. Oh, and the other thing that most people don't really concentrate on, but I definitely do because I'm a music fanatic. The music in this game is absolutely fantastic. Like, everything you hear is just like, it makes you feel like it's just war music. It makes you feel like you're in a war, and it's like, it's not too classical, it's not too modernistic either. It's just very epic sounding and nice to listen to, and it sets the mood, I suppose. So yeah, that's pretty much what you got to experience in this game. And I was going to get onto Armour 3, but I'm running out of time, so I can't get onto Armour 3. But I'll do that in tomorrow's video, it's fine. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please post a like, really helps me out. Comment with your thoughts and opinions on anything in the game. You know, even if it wasn't in the video, as long as it's in the game, you can ask me and I'll answer it for you. And if you're new around here, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a nice day.